Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to go over some market movers today with a top 15 list, starting here with Kervek, the Merciless, which is up 15.18% from $18.45 to $21.25. Now, this card is from Time Spiral. It's a human shaman legendary creature, so you can make this your commander. And if you've got any sort of Rakdos or human decks, this could be an inclusion, absolutely. Time Spiral, small print run as well. Remember that. We're also getting some Time Spiral Remastered later in this year, so maybe there's some hype from that. Oppression 7th edition version is up today from 16%, so it's up $12.06 to $13.99. Now, there is tons of copies of this card available, so maybe don't look for these, don't be paying these prices right away. This is not a reserve list card, but it is an old card. But there is other versions available besides the 7th edition one. This is just the 7th edition one right now going up. We also have Stormseeker. This is a Legends card. It is up 16.69% today from $8.57 to $10. Now, not a reserve list card, but it is from Legends, so smaller print run, so harder to find good copies available. But I think it's more just about the flavor. We have Kaldheim. This is the art here has some of the same aspects that you'd be seeing. It's called Stormseeker. It looks like something you'd have if you're Thor. I love the lightning in the background. Very Viking style sword as well. We have Sorcerer's Queen from Arabian Nights. This is up again. This has been on a list quite a few times in the last 2 weeks. This is up 16.79% from $246.91 to $288.37. Now, this is not a reserve list card, but there is some serious interest in this card right now. Could be also because of the art, but this looks more like buyouts to me. But again, if it's been going up this much dramatically, it's probably going to stay at this price for a bit. Masticore, Urza's Destiny. This is a reserve list card. This is up 17.67% today from $8.49 to $9.99. So this card, it's harder and harder to find in good condition. It's at its new all-time high. It's even surpassed its price point in 2018. So there is definitely more reserve list buyouts happening right now in the ether. We have right now also Death Greeter, the Dual Decks Anthology version. This is up 22.99% from $4.35 to $5.35 now. Smaller amounts out there, especially for the Dual Decks version, but this is a great card. Could go in a human shaman deck. It is whenever another creature dies, you may gain 1 life. So there is a lot of sack outlets that you can do with this. Combo pieces as well, and it's only a 1-mana spell, so very powerful. Lion's Eye Diamond, this is a reserve list card. This is a Mirage, up 23.28 from $572.49 to $705.75. Now, this card is going bananas. I remember just a few years ago, this was about $100. And now, any sort of spell that's got 0 mana, it's reserve list, and it's a diamond. I don't know. This is, to me, it's going to see new all-time highs almost every day until it just calms down. Elvish Harbinger, Dual Decks Anthology version. This is up 25.03% from $7.99 to $9.99. Now, there's other versions out there available. This specifically is the Dual Decks version, so harder to find these ones in good condition, or just harder to find them in general. Lower supply, but it's hitting new all-time highs today, and no surprise because it's been on our list quite a few times in the last 2 weeks, so something fun to see again. Jander's Ring, this is Arabian Nights. This is not a reserve list card, but it is an old card from an old set. Arabian Nights, 26.20% up from $20 to $25.24. Now, this is the first time that I've seen a lot of old cards that aren't reserve list spiking on these lists. I think it's just the fact that Arabian Nights is a very old set, first expansion set, and people are just looking for good copies of cards available to place their money into. Now, this is Pox. This card is actually up because it's a part of a piece in a deck that goes with Terragrid, God of Fright. So this one, it's a newer set from Kaldheim. These cards pair very well together. This card is Menace, and whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-target, non-token permanent and discards a permanent card, you may put that card from the graveyard into the battlefield under your control. So that works really well with Pox, and this thing can flip into a land as well. Very utilized in a lot of ways. Shizu, Caller of the Autumn. This is up 40.57% from $5.57 to $7.83. Now, that is a pretty aggressive spike. People are trying to make some good commander decks here. I actually have a Snake Casual deck that I play with, but I've actually always overlooked this card. But now I may have to revisit it. I have to go through my bulk rares because I actually might have this lying around somewhere. But yeah, very, very good. Up 40% today. Didgeridoo from Homelands. This is a reserve list card, but it is from Homelands, so that means there is a lot out there. One of the biggest print run sets in Magic the Gathering. This is up 55.10% from $22.56 to $34.99. Now, this is at all-time highs. It barely even blipped in 2018, but now there's actually some serious interest in this, and maybe we're going to be getting lots of Minotaurs. This is great for Minotaur tribal decks and Commander. We have Dancing Scimitar from Arabian Nights. Look at those jagged lines at the end there on that graph. So doesn't know whether or not it should be going up or down. A lot of consolidating back and forth. This is up $106.09, 9% from $39.05 to $80.48. Arabian Nights, smaller print run. This is not reserve list though, but hard to find good copies out there that are near mint to mint condition. And that could be just one of the reasons why this is becoming more of a collectible, and all these old sets as well, more and more every day. We have Pox from 5th edition now. This is up more of a percent. It's up 107.87% from $3.43 to $7.13. Now, there is less copies of the 5th edition version out there available, so this could be one of the things driving this price up. But nonetheless, this is one of those cards that it has a new piece from Kaldheim, and it looks like there could be some good interactions there for combo pieces. And number 1 on the list is the Abyss from Legends. And yes, it's a reserve list card, so that's not a surprise that the number 1 mover on this list is reserve list, because it usually is. This is up 253.64% from $988 to $3,494. Now this looks more like manipulation. Maybe a few people are listing these higher than the rest of the sellers on TCG Player, and that could be pushing the price up here, so it's not really a buyout. This is just manipulation. And we're going to look at today's biggest loser from today, and that biggest loser is an old card. Yes, it is an old card from Arabian Nights, Aladdin's Lamp. This is up minus 22.69%, almost said up, from $93 to $71.99. So quite the dip there, but you know, it's an older card. There's some FOMO, and people realize that there's not as much interest in it as they thought. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this list today, and I'll be back again soon to do another market mover video. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you again in the next video.